Hey folks, here's going to be a short little demonstration on what to do if you are a little stuck at this point. There are some people stuck, so I'm going to go over this real quick. First, you can see I created the L block, and down here on the left-hand side, under the parts list, you can see that it's parenthesis 1, which means just one part, and that part is named part 1. So we want to change the name. This could be really important for later. So what you're going to do is you're going to right-click on it, and you're going to go to rename. And we're going to call this L block, and I'll just hit enter. Next, I want to change its appearance. So I'm going to go back to that name, L block, right click on it, and go edit appearance. I'm going to select blue from the default color palette, and I'm going to hit green check mark. So now I've got my block named and it's blue. Next, what I want to do is start to create some of the other parts in the same space. So to do that, I'm going to create a new sketch, and I'm going to select the front view. Now I want to view the front view, so I'm just going to right click and go normal to, and I can see this straight on now. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. My next one's going to be the rectangle block. So I'm going to go off here to the left in space, and I'm going to draw a rectangle that's roughly 2 by 2, and I'm just going to click. You can see here that the bottom number is encompassed by like a box. That allows me to actually directly input a dimension. So I'm going to hit 2 and enter. And that goes to the left-hand side, this dimension, that's 2. So I'm going to 2, enter. So I got the size of my box, but you can see that each of the lines are still blue, and that means that they are not constrained appropriately. I can still actually move this box around, which I don't want to be able to do. I want to get it in one spot so it doesn't move. So the first thing, to make it nice and easy, I'm going to line up all the bottoms. To do that, I'm going to go up to the top where it says horizontal, and I'm going to click horizontal. I'm going to click the bottom right-hand corner of this box, and I'm going to click the origin in this case, or I could click any other bottom corner of these objects. So you can see that drops it down to be in line with the x-axis, but 2 of them are still blue. And that's because I can still move it left and right. Can't move it up and down anymore, but I can move it left and right. Now, I'm going to select dimension, or D, on your keyboard, and I'm going to dimension from this line or this point, so this line or this point, back to either a line on the object or that origin point. And you can see here it puts a dimension between those. I'm going to click, and just for the sake of ease, like being easy, and I'm just going to put a 1. Now you could put 0.5, just I'm putting a number so they're kind of like equally spaced, and all the lines are now black, meaning that they're constrained. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the green check mark. On the right-hand side, I'm going to click this little box and click isometric. I'm going to go up to extrude. And what I want to make sure I have an extrude is that it's under new, because this is going to be a new solid making a new part. I'm going to click inside my rectangle, make sure that the depth is 1, and I'm going to hit that green check mark. Now you can see here it says I have 2 parts, and the second one is called part 2. So I'm going to right click on that, and I'm going to rename that. This is the square block. On it again, edit appearance, make it red, green check mark. So now I have 2 of my 5 parts I need, and you can continue building the other parts the exact same way. Hopefully that helps.